So in the last class, we were talking about the formula. Okay, how can we use the formula and how we will put the cell address in the formula, and what are the advantages of using the formula. Okay, as you know, if you use the formula, the value will get updated, the result value will get automatically updated whenever the related cell value we are changing. Whenever you are changing the value of the related cell, the result will be automatically updated, and that is the advantage of using the formula. Okay. So now one more thing, we are not doing the always the simple calculations. Sometimes we have to do some large calculation or complex calculation like that. Suppose here is the some values are given here, and out of this value I am asking you, just tell me what is the minimum number. What is the minimum number? What is the maximum number? Such types of the situations are there. Okay, and what is the average of these numbers? What is the sum of these numbers? So it is easy to calculate the sum of these 5 and 6 numbers. It's definitely it is easy, and it is easy to find the mean and max and count and everything. That is very easy. But if there are 1,000 numbers are there are 100 numbers are there are 10,000 numbers are there. In that case, it is really difficult to find out the average and find out the sum and these everything, because you need to be add and then you need to be divide for the average. If you want to find out the max, you have to check it manually. So it's a really difficult. So for the same, we are having the function. Okay. So now today we are going to talk about the most commonly used basic function in calc. And this function is the first function. Okay, so I'm going to maximize this screen so that it's a visible fine. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the commonly used basic functions in calc, and the first function is the sum function. Sum function which required n numbers. You can give any number of the numbers to this, and it will add the value contained in the range of the cell. Okay, instead of mentioning the individual cell address while you have to find out the sum, you can mention the address in the form of the range. Means you can give the first address and you can give the last address. Okay, by and the both address will be separated by colon symbol. Okay, now there is another function. The name of that function is the average, and this average function is used to find out the average of the all the values contained in a range of a cell. Okay, so now I'm going to write some number here. Randomly I'm writing any number here. I'm not going to give the any sequential number, just I'm writing number like this. Okay, and so I have written so many numbers are there, and now I'm going to do some calculation. Now I'm going to calculate the sum of these all numbers. So how I can do this calculation by using the function. So what I have to do, what is the start cell address? This is the A12, and what is the last cell address? This is the A33. So now I'm going to find out the sum. So what I will write, I'm writing the sum only, and then I'm I'm typing the address of the first cell address A12, and then I'm putting the colon symbol, and at last I'm giving the last cell address, and let's see, I'm getting the sum of this value. This is the sum. This is the sum. If I have to find out the average, I have to find out the average. So how I will do this? I'm simply type the average function. Okay, there is so many average functions are there. Average, average A, average A, and one more functions are there that is used to calculate the average. But most commonly we are using the average function only. And again, I'm going to give the cell address. And this time I'm not going to type the cell address. What I'm doing here, look at this. I'm going to just click on the first cell address, and then I'm putting the colon symbol, and I'm clicking on the last cell address, and I'm closing the parenthesis, and look this, I'm getting the average value. If I have to find out the maximum number, so then what I will do, I'm using the max function, and this time look how I'm selecting from here to here. The cell range is automatically written in this formula. Pressing this close parenthesis, and then look at this, this is the maximum value. If I have to find out the minimum value, then what I will do, I'm just typing the formula here, equal to sign, and writing the mean function. Okay, mean, min, minimum value. It's not mean, it's a mean, minimum value. And now I'm typing this A12 to A33, A33. Okay, so this way we can find out the minimum value. Now I want to count. What is the use of the count function? Count function, this is the max, you now understand, to find out the largest value. Okay, largest value, and mean, that is the find out the minimum value. Mean is used to find out the, 1 minute. So mean is used to find out the smallest value, and the count. Count is used to count the number of cells within the range of cell. So if you want to count the number of cells, so what I'm going to write, I'm going to write here count, and now you can see here how the count is working. I'm going to count, and I'm going to select from here. I'm just selecting some blank cell also, and now pressing enter key. And look at this, how many cells are showing? It is 22. Now I'm going to check how many cells are here. Whenever you select the all the cell, it will show the here in a summary, in a status bar, it is showing something. Look at this, what is written here, where I'm moving my mouse pointer. Selected 22 rows. Selected 22 rows means what? It's going to count 22 rows are having the, okay. So now here look at this function, why it is given 22, why it is given 22. Okay, because this, I have start selection, I have selected from here to here. Look at this, now it's saying that selected 24 rows, but this count function is giving the only 22. And look at the address, what address I have given. I have given the address A10 to A33. So this answer must be 24, but it is giving 22. Why? Because only 22 cell is containing the value. Two cells are empty. Two cells are empty, and that's why it's not giving the. Now I'm writing A. Look at this. Still it is not counting. Now I'm writing B. Still it is not counting, but instead of A, I'm writing 1. Instead of B as color box, I'm writing 2. And look at this. Now it's a start counting. So these things you have to understand. These things you have to understand. Okay, what is the meaning of the count and what is the meaning of this? And this. So count is only used to count the number of cell containing numeric value. Count the number cell within the range which contains the numeric value. Look at this, what is written here. Number 1, number 2, number 3. So it is used to count the numbers. It is not used to count the cell. It is used to count the cell that are containing the numeric value out of these all cells. Now I am going to tell you, suppose I am going to select this all value, this all. Anybody can tell me what is the output of count function? If I'm going to write here count, okay, and now I'm selecting from here to here. So what value I am getting here in this? What is the output of this functions? Equal to count D2 to D8. Anybody can speak fast? Come on. Equal to count D2 to D8. I am selected from here to here. So what value I am getting here? Yes, please. I'm waiting for your reply. Come on, give it a reply fast. Either you write in chat box, okay, or you can speak.
6.
6. This functions will return the 6. Now look at this. Why? Because one box is containing the text and 6 box containing the number. Okay, now I'm going to select these all cells. How many cells are selected? How many cells are selected? Anybody can tell me? How many cells are selected? Come on fast. How many rows are selected? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many columns are selected? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 rows. You can look at here. 7 rows, 4 columns. Where I'm moving my mouse pointer. So there are 28 cells are selected. 28 cells are selected. Yes, very good. And now I'm going to write the count function. What is the cell address? A2 to D8. What is the cell range address? A2 to D8. Now I'm going to use the count function here. Look at this. I'm writing the equal to count. I'm writing here equal to count. And I'm giving the address A2 to D8. What is the output I'm getting here? 28 cells are selected. Okay. 28 cell address I have written here A2 to D8. Look at this 28 cell address from there to there. So what is the output of count function? What output the count function is giving? No, 28, it will not give 28. Why it will not give 28? Because look at this. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 cell are containing the text, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 cell are containing the text. So 6 plus 4, 10. So out of 28, 10 cells are containing non-numeric data. It's not a number. So how many numbers are there? Only 18 numbers are there. Only 18 numbers are there, and that's why count functions are giving 18. I think you all understand these things. Anyone is having any doubt? Yes, please.
No, sir.
Okay, that's great. Very good. So now this is about the some common functions which you can use, in the LibreOffice Calc for doing the some sample calculations. So now these are the some examples are given in this. How we can do the average formula, how you can use the average formula. One thing you can observe here, it is not necessary with the sum functions we have to give the cell address in the form of the range only. No, we can give the individual cell address also by separated with the comma. Look at this. Here comma is used as a separator. You can observe this. Here comma is used for the separator. Sometimes we have to do the calculation of non-adjacent cell. Suppose I want to add this cell. Suppose I want to add this cell. I want to add this cell. I want to add this cell. Okay, I want to add only this, and I want to add only this cell. So how I can write the formula for the adding this? So we can write the formula like this way. This cell address plus this cell address plus this cell address plus this cell address, and press the enter key. Okay, this is the manual formula. This is the normal formula. But instead of this, if I want to use the sum function, then this cell address, comma. Okay, what we have to give? Comma. This cell address, again comma. This cell address, again comma, and this cell address, and then close the parenthesis, and we will get the sum. So we can use the sum function with the non-adjacent cell address also, or individual cell address also. The range is only useful when you are going to add up the adjacent cell. It's a continuous cell add. Okay. Achha, sometimes we have to use the continuous as well as some non-continuous data also. So the cells in the range from A1 to C1 and B2. Look at this. And this is the sum of cells in the range of the cells from B1 to C2. And there are two ranges I have given, A1 to A3 and C1 to C3. I don't want to add the B1 and B3 like this. Means that I want to add this cell and I want to add this cell only. So that is also possible with the sum function. Simply I have to write sum and now select the first cell address this, comma, and second cell range is this. This is the non-continuous cell range. I don't want to add this to these cells here. So that's why I'm using this way of the formula. You can observe this. Getting my point? All of you. Okay. In the same way, we can use the average function also. You can use the average function also. You can give the individual cell address and you can give the combined cell address. Both options are possible here. Okay. So look at this. This way you can do this. When the average is calculated, a decimal number with several decimal places may be used. You need to require the decimal places in a relevant cell address. Means you have to just decide that like this. I have calculated the average here. Look at this. It's showing the result in the bit with a 6 decimal digit. If I don't want that much digit, I can reduce this decimal point. Okay. And for that, I have to use some. This is the currency symbol. If you want to show the currency symbol, you can show the currency symbol here. I'm going to search the Indian currency. Is it showing there or not? INR, Hindi. Look at this, INR in English, Bengali. So I've selected this and now it's showing the value. No, there is a problem. Wait, I'm going to write here and now I'm going to English India. Currency symbol I have just decided and it's showing that. Look at this. Okay. So this way it's showing the currency symbol also. If you want to show the currency symbol, you have to click on this tool. This is known as the format as currency. And what is the shortcut? Control plus Shift plus F4. No, Control plus Shift plus 4. Control plus Shift plus 4. So control plus shift plus 4. This by default it is showing dollar symbol. By default it is showing dollar symbol, but we can change it. We can change it. Then it's showing the Indian rupees currency. Okay now. So now you understand how can find out the maximum. Maximum is used to find out the max. So we can give the non-continuous cell address. We can give the some range with the non-continuous cell address. We can give the only range and we can give the set of range also, multiple range. It is possible here also in the same way. And max function, as we know, it is used to find out the maximum value. In the same way, you can use the mean function. Look at this. You can use the mean function in this way. Find out the minimum value. It will find out the minimum value from A to C2 and B3. It will find out the minimum value from A1 to C1. It will find out the minimum value from A1 and B1 to C2. Okay, and there is a count the number of cells that contains the number, that contain the number. What it will count? It will count the number of cells that contains number among the cell, this among the cell address you have given here. Okay, so this way we can use the count function, this way you can use the max function, this way you can use the mean function. So these are the different ways through which you can do the different activity, different functions you can use in your LibreOffice Calc. Okay. So now move on this. This is the practice and this you have to perform by today. Today you all have to solve this. Let us practice 4-7 you have to complete and send me the screenshot of the solution. Provide the answer of the following queries. Write the formula I need you to find the total marks. Means we have to use the sum function. Copy the formula internet this for the other students. Last time I already told you how to copy and paste. Formula will be automatically changed. Write the formula to find the average. Average function you have to use. Copy the formula, enter this. So now it's going to calculate the formula for the other students. Write the formula in cell B7 to find the highest score in Hindi. Now we have to use the max function, find the highest score in English. Again, max function. Total number of students. Now you have to count, use the count function. Write the formula in a cell B9 to find the lowest. Mean function, find out the lowest. Mean function, highest score in Hindi, English. This we can use the max function. If you have any query in this question, this exercise, let us practice 7. You please ask your question to me in a comment box, in a chat box. You can just provide me. I don't think say you have any problem here. This is not the very difficult. It's easy to find out. Okay. I'm just showing you. If you want to take a screenshot, you please take a screenshot of this, solve this and share the answer with me. Okay. There are 10 questions. This is the cell. This is the cell and this is the 10 questions are there. Now everything is visible. Yes, everything is visible. Just take a screenshot and perform the task and share the solution with me. Okay, that's a great. If you are doing the practice, then you become the expert. So practice is needed. So now you understand how can use the basic formula. There are several formulas are there. If you want to use some other function, you simply click on the function wizard. This function wizard will be, suppose you want to use the different function. Then there is the function wizard. In function wizard, you can select the categories. You can select the date and time. This is the date and time functions. Okay. You can select the financial function. This function is related to the financial accountancy. Okay, the people who are using it in a finance sector, information, this is for the information. Cell, current, formula, info is blank, is error. Means you want to check the given cell is blank cell or not, the given cell is containing the number or not, the given cell is containing the text or not. So the given cell value is odd number or even number. For that purpose, we can use this formula. This is a logical function and false, if error, if any. Okay. Now there is a mathematical function. So there are so many mathematical functions which we are using. Like if you want to calculate the absolute value, use the AVS. If you want to calculate the cosine, use the cosine. So A cos H. Okay. Hyperbolic cosine, this is called cot function, contingent of the number, hyperbolic contingent. Okay. Aggregate function, option reference 1, array 2, reference 2, calculate and aggregate in a spreadsheet. Means we can do the aggregate function here, calculate the total here. So these are the different functions you can use. If you want to use, you can. Degree to convert in degree, even number, exponentiation. Suppose you want to find out the exponentiation, calculate the exponent of a basic E. and a factorial, 1 to factorial, floor, round. These are the GCD. This is the useful for you if you want to find out the GCD of two number. If you want to find out the LCM of two number, now I'm going to find out the LCM. So I've written here. Now I'm going to write here LCM. It will open the wizard. Wait. So now I'm going to write here LCM. Okay. And now I'm going to give the two numbers 5 comma 15. All of you now let me know what is the LCM of 5 comma 15. It is 15 only. Now I'm writing here 5, 3, 9. Okay. And I'm giving here 40. So what is the LCM of this number? Look at this. The LCM of this number is 60. In the same way, you can calculate the GCD also. We can start writing GCD also. GCD, greatest common division. Now I'm writing here 15 comma 21 comma, oh sorry, comma is not there, comma 21 comma 28. So what is the greatest common division for this? Which number is common for all? 28. Instead of 28 I'm giving 27. Answer is 3. So 3 is the GCD here. So this way we can do this. We can use the different function like this way. Okay. So these are the different methods. These are the different functions. If you want to open it, you can open it. You can select. Look at this. Automatically it's showing that. Okay. Go on the function. You can select any other function. Log. If you want to calculate the logarithm. If you want to calculate the power. Power means a to the power 3 and like this. You can use this function in this way. Okay. Quotient and radian, sine, tan, sum if. Sum if is also there. Sum if is used to do the calculation on the basis of the condition. On the basis of the condition, calculate the sum of these numbers if it is belongs to, if it is satisfied this criteria and that criteria. So for that purpose we are using the sum if. Okay, so now this is about the how to use the function, how to use the formula, and how to use the common use function. Okay, so this is about the today's class and today's homework. I already told you, you all have to do the practice. Which exercise? Yeah, this. Let us practice 7. I will share the homework. So, and the next class we are going to talk about the formatting the worksheet. Okay, is there any doubt anyone is having? If you have any query, any doubt, you please send the message in a chat box, in a comment me. Okay, okay, anything you want to ask, you please